Remember that gay Christian guy, the author named Andrew Caldwell, who said he was delivered? He was delivered from homosexuality. Made a video and wrote a blog about him. And basically what he has said on a radio show was that Kordell Stewart from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, the former Mr. Portia Williams, the guy who married the most beautiful woman in the world. Andrew said that Kordell Stewart basically blew his cheeks out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said that he had gay relations with the veteran football player. Now, after Kordell spoke up and said, look, man, first of all, no, I never fuck with this dude. I don't know what he's talking about. And it looked like Andrew may have been facing some legal troubles. Andrew kind of backed off there. You know, he didn't want it with Mr. Stewart. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is connected. You know, he get the right lawyer and fuck up this dude's life. You know? But here's the deal. So what ended up happening was Andrew was like, look, okay, guys. I was just bullshitting. I didn't really do anything with Kordell Stewart. I was just fucking with y'all. I was just playing around. And if I'm not mistaken, he said that one of the producers from The Real Housewives of Atlanta asked him or told him to say that shit on the radio. If you don't know what I'm talking about, click the link below. Visit my blog. I posted a link to the story there and whatnot, and plus the radio show so you can hear for yourself. It's a long-ass interview, but anyways, here's your update. Here's what the AJC.com writes, and I quote, NFL veteran turned analyst Kordell Stewart, the former husband of the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Portia Williams. They forgot something. They didn't say Portia Almighty Williams. Anyway, the former husband of the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member Portia Almighty Williams, most beautiful woman in the world, has sued reality show cast member Andrew Caldwell, who made statements later retracted indicating they had a relationship. The suit filed in DeKalb County Superior Court also names the Gospel Truth creator and producer Jarius Keon Moon and Catalyst Next LLC, which controls the internet morning show The Shake Up, where Caldwell made statements claiming he and Stewart had a relationship. At all times during his life, Mr. Stewart has been and is a heterosexual male, the suit claims. It claims that Caldwell, a cast member of the upcoming show The Gospel Truth, colluded with Moon to concoct a compelling fable, quote, to generate interest for The Gospel Truth. The false and defamatory rumors that Mr. Caldwell and defendant Moon agreed to publish are centered around Mr. Stewart having an extramarital sexual relationship with Mr. Caldwell, it states. Court documents include excerpts from the interview Caldwell gave on the show The Shake Up on October 1st. Quote, I dated plenty of football players. I dated some in Atlanta. I dated, Kordell. Yes, Kordell Stewart. During the interview, Caldwell discussed how the two supposedly met, quote, I didn't know who he was at first. I was like, oh my God, that's you. And we was at a bar. We was at a restaurant. And I was like, oh my God, that's Kordell. And they was like, yeah, he's a football player. And I was like, I like football players. Anyway, the damn story goes on and on and on. But I just want to say this, man. This is some old messy gay shit. Just so fruity, you know. And I don't mean to sound homophobic or anything, because I'm not a homophobe. But a lot of gay people, particularly gay men, stay lying about everything. If you grew up around enough gay men, you know how that gay imagination can work. It can work overtime. When I say gay imagination, I mean gay imagination. Now, Andrew already said he lied. So at this point, there really is no need for Mr. Stewart to sue, because Andrew made a mockery of himself and ruined his own damn credibility. He was very adamant at first, then he completely backpedaled and said, nah, I didn't really sleep with him after all. Why lie in the first place? This is attention seeking gone wrong. I hope Kordell doesn't sue him into the poorhouse, because I hate to get the word that dude is back on the stroll selling his booty hole again. This is just sad, because he said that he was sleeping with married men and he was making all types of shmoney, and that he's rich already, and he had a book deal, I think, or multiple books put out there and whatnot. But this is just a sad story. But yeah, I hope that Kordell doesn't freaking sue this guy, at least not into the poorhouse. I feel like Andrew defamed his own character because he went on record saying this and that happened and turned around and, oh, no, I lied. He made himself seem untrustworthy. by his own admissions. Also, that dude Keon Moon, I thought that he was like a producer or something at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe he's just on that Gospel Truth show, or maybe he has something to do with both of them. I don't know. Anyways, I made a story, video, blog, whatever, about how dude Andrew is supposed to be on that Gospel Truth show, because I want people to watch it. I think I'm going to watch it once or twice to see how it is, because we're talking about this dude who claims that he's not gay anymore and God made him straight. And now here he is on this Christian reality TV show. I think all of it is funny. The whole story from beginning to end is freaking hilarious. And I know maybe I shouldn't be laughing at all of this, but I find a lot of humor in all of it. And for the record, I don't believe God made anybody straight. I mean, that used to be gay. If you're gay, you're gay. I think he just needs to be himself. I think if anything, God would be mad at him for pretending that he's straight, and dudes who pretend to be straight end up ruining women's lives. And I hate the fact that those stupid rumors came out claiming that Kordell Stewart is gay. I know for a fact that Kordell Stewart is a heterosexual man. How do I know this, you may ask? Because Portia Almighty Williams, the goddess of my universe, is so magnificent that if she did sleep with a gay man, Portia would make that gay man straight. So that's how I know for a factoid that Kordell is not gay, because he slept with Portia, with his lucky self. So I know that he's straight. But this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Shout out to Portia, because she's the MVP at the end of the day. Meat Magazine.